Hey, welcome. You ever look at a team and just wonder how they do it? How they always seem to be firing on all cylinders while other teams are, well, just struggling to get going? It's usually not about having a roster of superstars. The real secret? It's in the design. Today, we're going to be architects. We're going to drop a blueprint that actually engineers top-tier performance into any job.
And really, it all boils down to this one big idea. A leader's most important job isn't just handing out tasks, it's to be the person who can clearly define what amazing looks like, right? I mean, if you can't describe the destination, how on earth is anyone supposed to get there? This is the bedrock for everything else we're about to talk about.
Okay, so that's a great principle, but principles alone don't really get things done, do they? The real million-dollar question is, how do we take this high-level idea of best performance and turn it into something you can actually use? A real practical tool. Well, that's exactly what we're here to do. We're bridging that gap from just having a vision to taking real action. And this is that tool. It's called a performance plan. And as you can see, this is way more than just a job description. Think of it like a strategic blueprint for a role. It breaks down the what, the exact procedures, the who, the skills you need, and critically, the how, the very best methods to do the job. The whole point is to max out efficiency and effectiveness. You're basically taking the guesswork out of success.
So this blueprint gets built in 3 really logical steps. First, we're going to break the job down into its core procedures. That's the what. Next, we'll connect the specific skills needed to pull off each of those procedures. That's the who. And finally, and this is the part that's a real game changer, we're going to nail down the absolute most efficient way to get the work done. That's the how. So let's get started.
All right, let's lay the foundation here with step 1, analyzing the job. Look, before we can make anything better, we have to get what it is. This means you got to forget about who is currently doing the job for a second and just focus on the job itself, on the pure mechanics of it.
For this first step, you pretty much have to become a detective. You're not analyzing a person, you're analyzing the role. You've got to break it down. What does a person in this job actually do all day? What are the weekly things they have to get done? The monthly reports? You have to get super specific here. Write it all down, because if you start with a vague idea, you're going to end up with a pretty weak blueprint.
Okay, so once you have that clear list of procedures from step 1, you've got the what. But a list of tasks is kind of useless if you don't have the right person with the right abilities to do them. And that brings us right to step 2, where we connect those tasks to actual talent, identifying the skills.
This is where your blueprint really starts to take shape. You take that list of procedures you just made, and for every single one, you ask a simple question. What specific skill does it take to do this and do it well? You're basically drawing a straight line from a task to a talent. And just like that, a boring old list of duties becomes a super precise map of the abilities you actually need on your team. So let's make this real. Let's use the social media manager example. A task like content scheduling isn't just a thing you do. It needs the skill of platform-specific software proficiency. A procedure like community engagement absolutely requires the skill of empathetic communication. And for reporting, you need someone skilled in data analysis and visualization. You see how specific that gets? Having that level of clarity is a total game changer for hiring, for training, for everything.
So, we've got the what and we've got the who. But this last step, honestly, this might be the most powerful one of all. This is where you, the architect, define how the work actually gets done. This is step 3, defining the best methods. And this, my friends, is what separates the good teams from the truly elite ones. The idea here is so simple, but it's also kind of profound. For pretty much any task you can think of, there are 100 different ways to do it. But there's usually one method that's the most effective and the most efficient. It's the straightest line to the goal. Your job as a leader is to find that line, define it, and make it the standard operating procedure. This just gets rid of all the guesswork and basically hardwires excellence into your team's DNA.
And this slide just shows it perfectly. Look at the difference. On the left, the inefficient way, manually checking 5 different social media inboxes all day. It's just chaos. The best method on the right, using one unified tool to see everything in one place. Or instead of just writing captions whenever you feel like it, you batch write and pre-approve them for the whole week. Defining these methods is how you stop hoping for excellence and start building it.
And just like that, you've done it. You've analyzed the job, you've identified the skills, and you've defined the best methods. You've put together the complete performance blueprint. But just remember what this is all for. This is not about micromanaging people.
It's about creating a system where doing great work is the easiest and most natural thing to do. You're just setting your team up to win, based on those two key pillars: maximum efficiency and maximum effectiveness.
So the blueprint is yours now. This isn't just some theory, it's a practical guide you can start using, like, today. The only question left is the one you see right there. What's the first role on your team you're going to architect for success? Just think about it. Where could this kind of clarity make the biggest difference for you right now? All right, that's all for this one. Now go build something great.